Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to see about the latest LLM got released, Gemini 3 and GPT 5.1. In today's video, we're going to see the difference between these two. They have performed experiments with a certain level of categories, and we're just going to see the accuracy and compare these two, and also, I'm going to suggest which LLM to be used for task that you want to do. So I'm just going to categorize every task and the accuracy which they have published for certain examples. First thing is Gemini 3. They use a prompt which will create or build an entire 3D graphic demo. We all know Gemini is good for this nano banana thing and all, so it were able to build a 3D complete 3D graphic demonstration for a Golden Gate Bridge, and where it is interactive and photorealistic rendering with all just one prompt. We used to give like separate prompts, right? Not separate in the sense like step by step. Like whenever there is an improvisation, we need to like edit or re-enter, or certain things we need to modify in prompt, or we can just ask like, can you do this, can you add that. But in Gemini 3, within one prompt, it were able to understand what the user wants, and it just created. So the accuracy they are mentioning, I mean, the benchmark score is 76.2 percentage. And in GPT-5, they are tried with a different example, which is they created a carpool reinforcement learning. It is basically of a self-learning application that they had tried, and it gave like almost 78 percentage of accuracy compared with Gemini in coding. So maybe the range or the validation for each example would be different, but I should see the accuracy, how much it were able to give for GPT 5.1 over Gemini. But I don't know like how much these examples are relevant to it, how easy or moderate or hard between these two, that we need to check. You can compare with the free versions which is available, and if you want to use GPT 5.1, you need to upgrade, I think. GPT 3, which is like costly, I mean costly compared to GPT 5.1, but accuracy wise on coding, it is better than the you know um, Gemini 3, which is what I feel like current model also. But you should see the version also, Gemini 3, and here they have come over 5.1. So version wise and the accuracy wise and also price wise, I mean, for a single prompt, you'll be charged on certain dollars, which is like less compared to Gemini, which is what I feel. So on coding side, I would prefer ChatGPT or GPT 5.1 over Gemini 3 from my end. And reasoning wise, it is of 41 percentage of on humanity last exam, which is the exam where it will compete with human, like how much relatable it is. So that is when this AGI stuff and all will come, so that we can able to make a mission that will think like a human, and which is like beyond a thinking level of human. So that it got scored 45 percentage of accuracy, and GPT 5.1 were completely steady across structured tasks. So correctly solved a complex train catch-up problem. So it is like more advanced than Gemini 3. And creative task, if we go with a creativity based, that is where like we use this image or merging, editing, and reduction of hallucination. So if you are someone who's like thinking beyond the box, it should not have any hallucination in it. That were the major problem we had in previous versions. So here it were like completely reduced, And also, they can have this, pass the creative test, they are saying. The same goes with GPT 5.1. It was able to create, you can write a book using GPT. Yes, I have tried and I published a book using GPT. I used to rewrite my phrases using it for grammatical mistakes and restructuring it. Or if I need any, creative block, opening, I used to ask GPT for that. It were like nice to me, and it used to suggest certain things and opinions to me so that I can make use of that. So both were nice in their different way. And speed and efficiency for 130 tokens per second. It is idle for interactive applications, of course. The responses time, it took like 130 seconds per second. Sorry, 130 tokens per second, they are saying. When it comes to GPT 5.1, it is 87 tokens per second. So that much fast it is compared to Gemini 3. So which should you use? I would personally prefer GPT 5.1 because it is like more advanced than other LLMs, because it released before every LLM that we know. And obviously 5.1 will have like more vocabularies and more inputs compared to other LLMs, I would feel. But it will give like step by step approach for debugging and fixing and reliable logical reasoning. So you can rely on certain things like for your day to day task and all. But on bulk, if you're going for this end to end ML operations and completely you know uh, an entire application that you need to use in production, I would prefer Gemini 3 for that, because they have this entire setup, SDK, whatever you call, and they'll have, and the better UI you can create using Gemini, because they have like huge images, video, audio data that they have trained with, and they are good at it. So if you're going for any UI and end-to-end ML applications, you can just directly go with Gemini 3 for feasibility in production environment. But if you need like step by step approaches, you need a solution, you wanted to think through, you need a someone, you need a partner to discuss about the problem that you have, you can go with GPT 5.1. So it is about you. Uh, just rely on, I mean, check the cost. If it is feasible, prefer that. Otherwise, it is okay. So it depends on the person who's using for what and how. So that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Bye.